Before you spend another modern quarter, stop and look at the design. One certified Pennsylvania quarter struck on an experimental planchet sold for more than $10,000. A West Virginia quarter struck on the wrong copper planchet sold for $9,000. And the final design in this video is connected to a unique mule coin that brought $84,000. Those prices are real auction results, but they did not belong to ordinary pocket change quarters. Each valuable coin had a specific verifiable reason for its price. Today, we are examining 10 modern quarters that many people still have in jars, drawers, albums, and loose change. 8 are genuine state quarters. The Crossing the Delaware design is a separate 2021 issue, and the Maya Angelou coin is a 2022 American Women quarter. I am including both as bonus coins because collectors often group all modern Washington quarters together, but calling all 10 state quarters would be incorrect. For every coin, we will separate common wear from recognized varieties, dramatic mint errors, and exceptional certified grades. You will learn exactly where to look, what a normal quarter should weigh, and why color alone proves almost nothing. Most examples are common and worth face value. A rare-looking mark is not valuable merely because somebody circled it in a photograph. Use a magnifier, inspect both sides, check the edge, and weigh any suspicious coin on a scale that reads to at least 1/100th of a gram. Never clean a coin before showing it to a knowledgeable dealer or grading service. Cleaning can destroy the original surface and remove much of the collector value. Keep watching through the South Carolina quarter because its biggest documented result belongs to one of the most extraordinary modern mint mistakes ever discovered. The first coin is the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter, and this is where an ordinary-looking date can lead to an extraordinary piece of United States mint history. The reverse shows the Commonwealth statue, the outline of Pennsylvania, and the state motto, Virtue, Liberty, Independence. Hundreds of millions of regular Pennsylvania quarters were produced, so the design alone is not rare. Your first job is to turn the coin over and identify the mint mark. A P means Philadelphia, while a D means Denver. The important discovery connected with this design is the 1999 P Pennsylvania quarter struck on an experimental planchet. Before the Sacagawea dollar entered circulation, the mint tested manganese-based golden alloys. Sacagawea dollar dies were not yet available, so Philadelphia State Quarter dies of a similar diameter were used during testing. Certified experimental pieces are known for all 5 1999 State Quarter designs, including Pennsylvania. Do not identify one by color alone. A normal quarter can turn yellow, brown, gray, or even green after years in soil, chemicals, moisture, or dirty storage. Genuine experimental pieces may show a green gold or golden appearance, unusual thickness, a rough or raised rim, and design details that appear stretched toward the edge. Known examples can also differ in weight and internal structure because more than one experimental composition was tested. A normal clad quarter should weigh about 67 grams and normally shows a copper-colored stripe along the reeded edge. If your 1999 P Pennsylvania quarter looks golden, photograph it before handling it further. Check the weight, diameter, edge, and strike. Do not polish it to make the color brighter. Authentication requires far more than a home scale, because plating and environmental toning can imitate part of the appearance. One clue is strike completeness. Because the experimental pieces could use planches with different thickness or diameter, the rims and outer letters may not resemble a normal quarter. Still, no single clue replaces composition testing by a grading service. Here is the value reality. A PCG certified MS67 Pennsylvania experimental planchet quarter sold for $10,200 in 2006. Another PCG's MS64 example sold through Heritage for $2,640 in 2020. Those prices apply to authenticated experimental pieces, not to every bright 1999 P quarter. A regular circulated example is usually worth only 25 cents, and even many attractive uncirculated pieces are modestly valued unless the grade is exceptional. Also examine both sides for unmistakable production mistakes such as a major off-center strike, missing clad layer, or clipped planche. Damage that happened after circulation will usually cut into the metal, while genuine die features are raised or repeat in matching locations. For the complete Pennsylvania Experimental Planche Guide, watch the dedicated cluster video linked in the description and pinned comment. It will show the edge, weight, color, and certified comparison points side by side. That golden planche story is dramatic, but the next quarter exposes a different problem. A catchy error nickname can sound valuable even when the feature is only a common die chip. The 2008 Alaska State Quarter is one of the boldest designs in the entire program. A grizzly bear rises over a salmon, the North Star appears near the top, and the words "The Great Land" sit beside the bear. Because the claws and fur contain so many small lines, this quarter has also produced one of the most overmarketed modern coin nicknames, the so-called extra claw. Look closely around the bear's front paw. Some Alaska quarters show a small raised lump that appears to create an additional claw. That feature is generally a minor die chip, meaning a tiny piece of the die broke away and metal flowed into the damaged space during striking. It can be collectible, but it is not automatically a major rarity. And expensive online asking prices do not establish real value. Scratches, glue, corrosion, and compacted dirt around the paw can also imitate an extra claw. There are documented double die listings for the Alaska issue. Wexler lists a 2008 P double die obverse with doubling beneath Washington's earlobe. The attribution also uses supporting die markers, including small gouges and die cracks. That matters because a single soft line under the ear is not enough. Machine doubling is usually flat and shelf-like, while genuine hub doubling follows the design and should match the documented location. Turn your coin over to identify P or D, then inspect Washington's ear, the lettering, the bear, the fish, and the edge. A normal circulation quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. A copper-colored side may suggest a missing clad layer, but staining can create the same color. A genuine missing clad piece should show the correct texture, reduced weight, and other manufacturing evidence. Major clips, broad strikes, and off-center strikes should also change the coin's shape or design in a way that ordinary damage cannot reproduce. The strongest documented price for this design does not come from an extra claw. A 2008 D Alaska quarter-graded NGC MS69 sold through Heritage for $2,350 in 2017. That coin was valuable because it survived in an almost flawless top grade. A separate 2008 D satin finish quarter-graded PCG's SP69 sold for $1,410 at the same auction. Satin finish coins were made for mint sets and must not be confused with ordinary circulation strikes. This is the trap collectors must avoid. Finding an Alaska quarter does not mean finding a $2,000 coin. A circulated quarter with scratches, dull luster, or a small claw area chip is in a completely different market from a certified MS69 or a major authenticated mint error. Preserve promising pieces in non-PVC holders, never clean them, and compare actual sold records rather than dramatic listings. Stay skeptical. For the complete Alaska Quarter Guide, open the linked cluster video after this hub. It will compare the common claw area die chip, documented doubling beneath the ear, missing clad diagnostics, and true top-grade surfaces. Now move from a small die chip to a mistake that changed an entire coin's metal, size, and value. This is the 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. It is not a state quarter. The United States Mint issued it after the final America the Beautiful design and before the American Women quarters began in 2022. The reverse shows General Washington directing his troops through the ice-filled Delaware River before the Battle of Trenton. Its one-year status makes it memorable, but one-year design does not automatically mean low mintage or high value. The first area to inspect is directly beneath Washington's extended wrist. Wexler lists multiple 2021 P double die reverses that show doubling in this location. Several listings look similar, so attribution depends on the exact shape of the doubled area and supporting die markers around the lettering, ice, boat, and obverse. A random raised bump beneath the wrist may be a die chip, while a scratch will cut into the coin. Flat shelf like doubling is usually mechanical and should not be promoted as a rare doubled die. Turn the coin over and confirm whether it carries a P or D mint mark. Examine the 2021 date, Washington's hair, the mint mark, and the base of the bust for die chips or cracks. Then, inspect the reverse lettering, especially crossing the Delaware, the extended arm, and the lower ice. Use stable lighting from different angles. Rotating the coin under one light is more useful than increasing digital sharpening, which can create false edges. High grade creates the largest published prices for this issue. PCGs records a $2,777 transaction for a 2021 P quarter-graded PCGs MS68 in 2023. A 2021 D example graded NGC MS69 has a recorded sale of $995. These were exceptional certified coins at the top of the population, not typical pieces pulled from circulation. Even a shiny coin can have contact marks that prevent a grade anywhere near MS68 or MS69. Because these quarters circulated heavily, clean cheek surfaces and uninterrupted cartwheel luster are harder to find than casual inspection suggests. Genuine mint errors can also exist. A 2021 D crossing the Delaware quarter, certified by NGC as improperly annealed and graded MS65, sold through Heritage in June 2026 for $64. Improper annealing can alter color during the mint's metal preparation process, but dark color alone is weak evidence. Heat, chemicals, soil, and household experiments can produce similar surfaces after the coin leaves the mint. A normal clad quarter should weigh approximately 5.67 grams and show a copper core along the edge. Check for missing clad, clips, off-center strikes, and broad strikes, but do not confuse a damaged rim with a mint-made error. The edge, weight, strike, and surface must tell the same story. For the complete Crossing the Delaware doubled wrist guide, watch the dedicated cluster video linked below. It will compare Wechsler-listed doubling, machine doubling, die chips, and post-mint scratches under the same magnification. From a crowded battle scene, the hunt now moves to open water, where the empty fields of the Rhode Island design make both genuine errors and ordinary damage easier to see. The 2005 West Virginia State Quarter shows the New River Gorge Bridge stretching across a deep mountain valley. On an ordinary circulated example, the broad fields collect scratches quickly, and the fine bridge lines lose sharpness through wear. That normal damage is important to recognize, because the valuable West Virginia story is not a mysterious scratch on the bridge. It is a quarter struck on a planche that never belonged in the quarter press. First, check the obverse mint mark. Both Philadelphia and Denver made circulation strikes, and Wechsler lists minor double die obverses for both mints. The reported doubling appears beneath Washington's earlobe. These are specialist varieties, and published values for ordinary grades are modest. The doubled ear must match the correct shape and supporting die markers. A worn ear, a hit from another coin, or flat machine doubling is not the same thing. The certified error is a 2005 P West Virginia quarter struck on a 3.1 gram copper planche. It sold through Heritage in August 2024 for $9,000. The piece was graded PCGs MS66 red and brown. It was smaller than a normal quarter planche, copper-colored, and only part of the quarter design could fit on its surface. The date and mint mark remained visible while portions of the bridge and Washington portrait were missing because the planche was undersized. That $9,000 result does not mean a brown West Virginia quarter is valuable. A clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. Environmental exposure can turn its surfaces brown without changing its weight or diameter. Copper plating added after the coin left the mint also creates an altered coin, not a mint error. A genuine wrong planche coin combines the wrong weight, wrong metal, wrong diameter, incomplete design, and authentication. There is another collectible branch of this issue. NGC reported a reverse die crack on 2005 S Silver Proof West Virginia quarters. The thin raised crack begins near the rim around the 4 o'clock area and enters the frosted design. These are proof coins made for collectors, not ordinary P or D pocket change. Their mirror-like fields, S mint mark, silver composition, and certified proof status must all agree. Check your quarter methodically. Inspect the bridge for raised die cracks, but reject scratches that cut down into the metal. Look for missing clad layers on either side, then confirm any color difference with weight and edge inspection. Check whether the coin is truly smaller or whether the rim was simply ground down after circulation. If a coin appears to be struck on a cent-sized planche, stop handling it by the faces and place it in a holder. For the full West Virginia wrong planche and double die guide, use the dedicated cluster link in the description. That video will show why color alone proves nothing and which measurements must agree before grading. The next quarter changes the timeline. It is not part of the state quarters program, but its one-year design and crowded details make it a natural target for modern variety hunters. The 2001 Rhode Island State Quarter features a sailboat moving through Narragansett Bay with the Pell Bridge in the background. The design has broad open fields and thin lines, so circulation marks stand out quickly. There is no single famous Rhode Island variety that turns every example into a jackpot. The serious money comes from condition, proof formats, or mint errors that can be physically demonstrated. Begin by checking the mint mark on the obverse. Philadelphia and Denver produced the circulation coins, while San Francisco made collector proofs. A worn P or D quarter normally remains worth face value. A high-grade 2001 D Rhode Island quarter certified PCG's MS68 sold for $199.75 in 2016. That result reflects an exceptional grade. It does not establish a $200 value for coins with bag marks, dull luster, or circulation wear. One verifiable error category is a missing clad layer. A 2001 D Rhode Island quarter with its obverse clad layer missing graded PCG's MS64 sold through Heritage for $149 in March 2026. The missing outer layer exposed a copper-colored surface on one side. A true example should not simply look dirty. It should show the proper struck texture, a weight below the normal 5.67 grams, and an edge that supports the missing layer explanation. Another certified example was a 2001 P Rhode Island quarter with 2 overlapping curved clips. Graded NGC MS65, it sold for $53 in 2019. A genuine curved clip begins when the metal strip overlaps an earlier punched hole before the blank is cut. The missing section should have a smooth, curved shape, and the opposite rim may show weakness called the Blakesley effect. A coin cut with tools after leaving the mint will show disturbed metal, sharp cuts, filing, or an unnatural edge. Inspect the sailboat carefully, but do not invent an extra sail from glare or scratches. Study the mast, ropes, bridge cables, lettering, and water under one-directional light. Raised repeated details may justify comparison with an attribution reference. Incuse lines, dents, and flattened areas are usually circulation damage. Also rotate the obverse and reverse to test alignment. United States quarters normally have coin alignment, meaning the opposite side appears upright after a top-to-bottom flip. If you have an S-mint proof, keep it separate from circulation strikes. Clad and silver proofs were made for collectors, and their value depends on composition, finish, grade, and original surfaces. A mirror-like coin should never be rubbed with a cloth. Compare grading costs with realistic sold prices first. A minor error worth $50 can become a loss for you after grading, shipping, insurance, and selling fees. For the complete Rhode Island error guide, follow the dedicated cluster link after this video. It will demonstrate missing clad weight tests, genuine curved clips, the Blakesley effect, and high-grade surface inspection. The next coin also has wide-open design elements, but its most discussed doubling appears in a very small piece of jewelry that many viewers never examine. This Maya Angelou quarter is dated 2022 on the obverse. It is not a 2021 coin, and it is not part of the state quarters program. It opened the American Women Quarters series, which honored 5 women each year from 2022 through 2025. Maya Angelou appears with her arms lifted, while a bird and rising sun behind her reflect imagery associated with her writing. For variety hunters, the first complication is that slight doubling is common on this design. Wechsler identifies a 2022 P doubled master die that can show doubling on the final T in trust, the first 2 in the date, and slightly inside Washington's nostril. Wechsler notes that most, if not all, Philadelphia Maya Angelou quarters show the related master die effects. That makes the feature interesting, but not automatically rare or highly valuable. The more targeted reverse varieties often show doubling around Maya Angelou's earring. Wechsler lists several 2022 P double die reverses with extra detail beneath, inside, or beside the earring. Exact positioning matters. Some ring-like marks are not double dies at all, and machine doubling can produce flat secondary edges. Match the earring shape and the listed die markers before assigning a variety number. Pay special attention to lighting around the earring. Reflections from the curved metal can create a second bright outline that disappears when the coin rotates. Real die doubling remains part of the raised design. Use photographs taken from several angles before deciding that the feature repeats. The market again shows how dramatically grade can change a modern quarter's price. PCGs records a sale of $2,374.99 for a 2022 P Maya Angelou quarter-graded PCGs MS67 Plus in 2023. A 2022 D example graded NGC MS68 has a recorded sale of $599.99. These early top population transactions do not mean circulated Maya Angelou quarters are worth hundreds or thousands. A separate 2022 P MS67 coin, marketed with a die gouge feature called a twig, recorded a sale of $299.95. Treat nickname-driven prices cautiously. A die gouge is raised because metal flowed into a recess in the die, but its market depends on clear attribution, demand, grade, and repeatable diagnostics. A random scratch near the bird or raise is not the same feature. Check the obverse date and mint mark first. Then inspect trust, the first 2, Washington's nose, Maya Angelou's earring, the bird, raise, and designer initials. Preserve original luster and avoid fingerprints. A normal clad example weighs about 5.67 grams. San Francisco also produced collector versions, including silver proofs, so mint mark and finish matter before any comparison. For the complete Maya Angelou doubled earring guide, use the cluster video linked in the description. It will separate common master die doubling, listed earring varieties, die rings, machine doubling, and the so-called twig feature. Now return to the genuine state quarter program, where a familiar colonial figure hides a lesson about the difference between a rare grade and a spectacular striking error. The 2000 Massachusetts State Quarter shows the Minuteman statue in front of the state outline with the nickname the Bay State beside it. This design was produced in enormous numbers, and most circulated examples are worth 25 cents. Yet Massachusetts quarters have appeared in major auctions for 3 very different reasons: nearly perfect grade, missing metal layers, and dramatic off-center or multiple strikes. Turn the coin over and identify the P or D mint mark. Wechsler lists doubled die obverses for both mints, with doubling beneath Washington's earlobe. These are minor specialist varieties, not automatic 4-figure coins. For the 2000 P listing, supporting markers include a heavy die scratch between letters in United, a small gouge above the O in God, and a reverse gouge above the B in Bay. Without matching markers, a doubled-looking ear may simply be wear or machine doubling. The major price headline belongs to condition. A 2000 P Massachusetts quarter-graded NGC MS69 sold through Heritage for $3,760 in 2017. MS69 means the coin was judged almost perfect. A pocket change quarter with even light wear cannot receive that grade, and a bright appearance does not erase contact marks. This is why placing the grade beside the auction result is essential. Condition evaluation begins with luster, not brightness. Original luster moves like a cartwheel as the coin tilts. Polishing may create shine, but it leaves hairlines and destroys that flow. Examine the open field around the state outline, because contact marks there are especially easy for graders to see. Authentic striking errors tell a different story. A 2000p Massachusetts quarter struck about 30% off-center, and graded NGC MS68 sold for $312 in 2024. Another example struck about 10% off-center, graded PCG's MS66. Sold for $79 in 2025. The larger blank crescent and stronger visual impact helped distinguish the 30% error, but condition and certification also affected the results. Missing clad errors are worth checking. A 2000D Massachusetts quarter missing the reverse clad layer, weighing 4.6 grams, and graded NGC MS64 sold for $156 in 2018. The exposed copper core changed the color, but the reduced weight and certified structure proved that it was not ordinary staining. A normal quarter should weigh approximately 5.67 grams. Look at the Minuteman's rifle, legs, state outline, lettering, and broad fields. Raised cracks may come from a broken die. Cuts and dents usually came later. Check whether the design is genuinely off-center with a corresponding blank area, or whether somebody merely ground down one side of the rim. Inspect the edge for the copper core and normal reads. For the complete Massachusetts quarter guide, watch the linked cluster video for side-by-side examples of doubled ears, missing clad layers, true off-center strikes, altered rims, and the surface quality required for extreme grades. The next coin carries 2 bison, but its highest documented price came from a near-perfect Denver strike, while its clearest collectible errors involve a missing outer layer. The 2006 North Dakota State Quarter presents 2 American bison beneath a rising sun. The large animals and straight sun rays invite close inspection, but random scratches across a bison are not automatically spears, extra horns, or double dies. This design has real collectible varieties and mint errors, yet the strongest price records require precise identification. Start on the obverse. Wexler lists 2006p North Dakota double die obverses showing doubling beneath Washington's earlobe. Supporting markers on one listing include a strong reverse die gouge between the first 2 sun rays and another small gouge near the 1889 date. Published values for these minor varieties are modest, which is an important reality check. A doubled ear can be collectible without being a $1,000 discovery. The large auction result belongs to an exceptional regular strike. A 2006D North Dakota quarter-graded PCG's MS68 sold through Heritage for $3,760 in 2017. At that time, only 2 examples were reported at that grade, with none finer in the cited population. The value came from preservation and population rarity, not from a visible bison error. A circulated coin with friction on the bison, marks in the sky, or broken luster is not comparable. Missing clad examples give collectors a more physical test. A 2006p North Dakota quarter missing its reverse clad layer, weighed 4.75 grams, was graded ANAX MS63 red and brown, and sold for $264 in 2025. A 2006D example missing the reverse clad layer, graded PCG's MS64, sold for $431.25 in 2010. Both had professional confirmation that the copper-colored reverse resulted from a missing outer layer. Another 2006D North Dakota quarter was struck on an elliptical planchet. Graded PCG's MS65, it sold for $223.25 in 2014. An elliptical planchet error changes the outline before striking. It should not be confused with a coin squeezed, hammered, or ground after it entered circulation. Do not use the nickname Speared Bison unless a recognized attribution matches your coin. Many linear marks across the animals are circulation scratches. Check whether the line is raised, whether it continues through protected areas, and whether a verified example shows the same position. Repeatability is stronger evidence than resemblance. Inspect both bison, the grass line, sun rays, state name, date, and rim. A raised line shared by matching coins may be a die feature. A bright incuse line across one animal is usually a scratch. If one side looks copper-colored, weigh the coin and examine the edge. Normal environmental discoloration often remains near 5.67 grams, while a missing clad layer should reduce the weight. For the full North Dakota Quarter Guide, open the dedicated cluster video linked below. It will compare the doubled ear diagnostics, sunray die markers, missing clad weights, elliptical planches, and top-grade surfaces. The next coin returns to 1999 and the same experimental alloy story as Pennsylvania, but a very recent certified sale proves that collectors are still competing for these pieces. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter features the Charter Oak, and its dense network of branches makes the reverse one of the most detailed designs in the early State Quarter series. Ordinary wear can merge branches, flatten the trunk, and create bright contact marks. The valuable Connecticut discoveries, however, involve the metal and striking process, not imagined shapes hidden among the leaves. As with Pennsylvania, first check the obverse mint mark. The rare experimental Planchy Connecticut quarters are Philadelphia pieces. During development of the golden Sacagawea dollar alloy, the mint used 1999 P-State quarter dies to test several compositions. Known pieces may look caramel gold, green gold, or unusually toned. They can be thicker and heavier than a normal quarter, with rough rims, weak peripheral details, or spreading toward the edge. In June 2026, a 1999 P Connecticut quarter struck on an experimental Planchy and graded PCG's MS62 sold through Heritage for $7,015. An earlier PCG's MS66 experimental Planchy example sold for $5,060 in 2003. These are authenticated experimental pieces. A yellow Connecticut quarter found in a parking lot is not comparable until its weight, composition, strike, edge, and certification support the claim. Connecticut quarters also exist on nickel planchets. A 1999 P example graded NGC MS65 sold for $930 in September 2024, while a PCG's MS64 example sold for $900 that December. A nickel planchet is smaller than a quarter planchet, so portions of the lettering and rim may be missing. Its expected weight is close to 5 grams rather than the normal quarter weight of about 5.67 grams. The coin should also have a solid nickel-colored edge instead of the usual visible copper core. A spectacular triple-struck 1999 P Connecticut quarter-graded NGC MS65 sold for $391 in 2002. Multiple strikes leave overlapping design impressions and altered shape. Random dents cannot reproduce the organized repetition of letters, portrait elements, and rim positions created by repeated strikes inside or outside the collar. Because the Charter Oak design has hundreds of thin branches, digital sharpening can create convincing false doubling. Record the coin under natural detail settings and move the light, not the software slider. If a raised feature appears only in one overprocessed image, it is weak evidence. A major planchet error should remain obvious in weight, size, edge, color, and strike. Examine the Charter Oak under low-angle light. Doubling or die cracks should be raised, but marks cut across the branches are usually damage. Weigh unusual coins before drawing conclusions. Compare diameter and edge structure. Never scrape the surface to test whether a golden color is plating, because that action can destroy evidence and value. For the complete Connecticut experimental planchet and wrong planchet guide, use the dedicated cluster link in the description. It will compare normal clad edges with golden test alloys, nickel planchets, incomplete strikes, and post-mint plating. One coin remains, and its ordinary reverse became part of an $84,000 mule that joined two coin denominations which were never supposed to meet. The 2000 South Carolina State Quarter displays the palmetto tree, Carolina wren, yellow jessamine, and the state outline. Most circulated examples are common, but this reverse design is connected to some extraordinary mint errors. The key is understanding exactly what changed. A brown spot on the tree is not equal to a wrong planche, a multiple strike, or a mule. Begin with the standard checks. Turn the coin over for the P or D mint mark. A normal clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams, measure roughly 24.26 millimeters, and show a copper core along the reeded edge. Inspect the bird, flowers, tree, lettering, and rim for raised die features, but reject scratches and corrosion that cut into the surface. A 2000p South Carolina quarter missing the reverse clad layer and graded PCG's MS63 sold for $253 in 2006. Its state side displayed copper red color because an outer layer was absent before striking. The color, texture, edge, and weight supported the diagnosis. Ordinary toning or chemical damage does not remove a bonded clad layer during manufacture. More dramatic errors have brought much stronger prices. A 2000p South Carolina quarter was multi-struck on the end of a feeder finger, the machine part that moves planches into the press. The irregular piece weighed only 1.5 grams, yet much of the design remained visible. Graded NGC MS64, it sold for $2,640 in 2019. A 2000D South Carolina design struck 9 times on aluminum scrap, sold for $2,990 in 2003. These pieces look nothing like normal round pocket change quarters. Now for the major payoff. A unique 2000D Sacagawea dollar and South Carolina quarter mule graded PCG's MS64 sold through Heritage for $84,000 in August 2024. A mule is struck with dies that were never intended to be paired. This coin has the Sacagawea dollar obverse and the South Carolina quarter reverse. It is golden, dollar-sized, and carries a D mint mark. It is not an ordinary South Carolina quarter with Washington on the front. That distinction must remain clear. If your coin has Washington on the obverse, a normal clad edge, normal quarter size, and normal weight, it is not the $84,000 mule. If it has Sacagawea on the obverse and the South Carolina design on the reverse, stop handling it immediately. Photograph both sides and the edge and seek professional authentication. Keep the payoff honest. The reverse design creates the connection, but only the mismatched dollar obverse creates the famous mule worth the huge premium. For the complete South Carolina mule and mint error guide, watch the dedicated cluster video linked in the description and pinned comment. It will compare the ordinary quarter, missing clad, feeder finger strikes, aluminum scrap error, and genuine mule format. The largest number in this video belonged to one unique certified mule, not to the common quarter now on the screen. That single sentence is the difference between useful curiosity and a fake value claim.